Today I will share my work on the big data and data science project. And this is the agenda. Firstly, I will share my work on Bigtop and Bigtop Manager, and then the Gluten and Velox. So let's share some backgrounds in the big data. So let's share some challenges in the big data ecosystems. You know that nowadays we have lots of big data services that also has strong dependencies with each other. Especially in recent years, more and more big data services comes up, and most of them all have the strong dependencies with each other. If you download it directly from their community website and deploy it to your production environment, maybe you will meet a lot of compatible issues. And if you want to change the dependencies version, like if you want to deploy the HBase and you want to change the header pool version so you can deploy it to your production environment, then you will meet other problems when you compare the HBase in different distros and in different architectures. It's easy if you only have two services to fix the problem, but it's difficult if you have more than 10 services. So that's where a Bigtop comes up. It helps you packaging and virtualization and deployment and testing the big data services and provides a fully functional big data stacks so you can deploy to your production environment. You can download it directly from the Bigtop website, and if you want to add some more services on your own, you can also package in yourself. And Bigtop also provides some Puppet script to help you deploy the clusters and run smoking tests in the cluster. And my work on the Bigtop currently is on 3.4 release, which we upgrade the distros to the newest version. But this is, and also some services upgrade you can see in the table, but this is defined in few months ago, so maybe the community has some update, but we didn't synchronize to here. And also we have ongoing discussion about adding airflow to the Bigtop, but after some discussion, maybe I think this won't goes into 3.4, but it will go into 3.5. What is Bigtop Manager? Like I mentioned before, that Bigtop provides some Puppet script to help you deploy your clusters, but as far as I know, there's no one use this to deploy in their production environment, and Bigtop only use it for the smoke testing. So the Bigtop Manager comes up and provide an easy deployment solution for Bigtop. It provides a web UI, so you can simply click, and you can get a cluster. And it's a modern big data cluster management platform and AI-driven operations and maintenance. Okay, this is our goal. And flexible multi-cluster management you can see in this picture, and you can install one server application in one host and many agent application in other hosts, and split it into multi-clusters. The Bigtop Manager is initialized and incubating in OpenEULA Big Data SIG at January 2024 and submit to Apache Bigtop at June 2024. And finally, after 1 year of development, we finally released its first version in last month. And this is one page of Bigtop Manager. You can see on the left menu, you can create as many as cluster you want, and some infrastructure stacks, I will explain it later, and host, you can also manage your hosts and the services, of course. And my accomplishment on here is I finally helped release the Apache Bigtop Manager, the first release, and refactor API. This is a function. This is a feature of its first release. So I can skip this. I will skip this, and also we use tables to replace step and RPM based packages because with those plenty of distros and architectures, it will also be a plenty of RPM and deb packages and for you to prepare for the users, and it's very complicated. And you can use tables. You can use a single tables for all the distros to share. And multi-stack support, which I mentioned in here. In here, we support 3 stacks. The first stack is Bigtop stack, which the big data services is generated provided by the Apache Bigtop. And the infra stack, like I mentioned, I will explain the infrastructure. The services in the infra stack is shown in the infrastructure. Is shared across the cluster like Prometheus and Grafana, so you can monitor your clusters and help improve its scale observability. And we also have an extra stack, which if you want to add a new service to Bigtop, it's kind of difficult and it's low bar. It's high bar. Sorry, and many users cannot add the service they want. So we provide extra stack. You can download the tables directly from the community website and use it to deploy the services. But we don't guarantee it can work, since if the service has dependencies with each other. And my future plans on Bigtop is I will continue push the Bigtop 3.4 to the release, and I'm sorry I forgot to update the slides. After I talked to the OpenEuler BDDS, I think we won't upgrade the OpenEuler to 24. We will stay in 22 for current release. And Bigtop Manager, maybe we will push the next release, like support metrics and alert system and MCP server, which is very popular recently. And maybe A2A, but this is not guaranteed. But we will try our best effort. And we will also improve our user experience and the service stability and some new services that users want. And also, Kerbals is also not guaranteed, but we will try our best effort. And we will include Bigtop Manager into OpenEuler YAML repository, so you can install it more simply. And okay, let's go next. I will introduce the Gluten and Velox. What is Gluten? Gluten is a middle layer to offload Spark SQL queries to native engines and offload the compute-intensive data processing part to native code. And Gluten is Latin for glue, that glue native libraries with Spark SQL and enabling the use of hardware accelerators. Speaking of which, Gluten currently supports 2 native engines. The first is Velox, which we are working on right now, and the second is ClickHouse. And what is Velox? Velox is the open-source unified execution native engine. It serves as a native backend for Gluten and also supports many data-intensive operations. So in a simple way to explain the Gluten and Velox, if you know about Spark, you know it will convert your SQL into Spark operators, which is written in Scala language. And it runs on JVM, which is not that efficient. So Velox rewriting the operators to CPP, C++ code, and take good use of its accelerators. So it can speed up your queries a lot. And my current work on Gluten CI is that we still have one bug fix under review that it can also reproduce in x86 architecture, and also we help Gluten to add some Docker images for the test environment and fix some bugs. Those PR for Gluten are all merged, and the PR for Velox are still under review. And after I apply this PR, the CI all passed, and we were waiting for the PR to be merged so I can submit the CI PR to the Gluten community. And also another work is about OpenEuler's compatibility. Also, we have some issues in OpenEuler, which is we may not support some time zones because of some problems. Maybe I can say more, but when Velox meet these situations, it will terminate the process rather than warning users. So this patch is change the behavior from the terminate to the warning, and also we now support build Gluten on OpenEuler 24. And we still have other works need to be done, so it can be called we are compatible with OpenEuler. And the future plan of Gluten and Velox is that Gluten CI on ARM, like we will help it runs on CentOS 8 and OpenEuler 24 with two newest Spark version. For now is 3.4 and 3.5. And Gluten and Velox support on OpenEuler, like you can compile, you can build, you can run the unit UT in the OpenEuler. And that's all. Thank you. Any questions?
Hello. Thanks for your presentation. And we tried to build the Gluten with Velox on ARM64, but we found the build process is not as efficient as that on x86.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any plan to improve this?
For now, I don't actually have any plans to help improve the build efficiency. But maybe I will follow the community's guide and maybe talk to the community if they have any solutions for this.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you.